Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe des E-Talk. Ich bin nach wie vor in Vancouver und heute habe ich wirklich eine brand new Story, denn die ist noch nicht einmal börsennotiert. Aber es ist ein sehr interessantes Thema. Es geht um künstliche Intelligenz. Bei mir ist Rob Goehring. Why is IR? Artificial intelligence is the big new thing. And I think it's not a big new thing that's only here for a certain month or quarterly or maybe a few years. I think artificial intelligence has the potential to really not to move the world in a different direction. But artificial intelligence is a broad area. You can use it for many use cases. So what is your idea behind the artificial intelligence?
No, it's a great question, and I agree. It is a huge market. This is a game-changing what's happening now.
Game-changing. This is the word was I'm looking for.
So we started many years ago doing research and development in large-scale data models and generative AI, before it was called generative AI, and natural language processing and computer vision. Mm-hmm. We actually were working with GPT-2 when it came out in the fall of 2019. Our thesis was that there's a tremendous amount of value in understanding the signals in the noise of huge data sets. Mm-hmm. In the last year to 18 months or so, what we've done is focused our technology on cybersecurity risk. Mm-hmm. So what we see as an opportunity is to really, again, use AI and these big data sets to predict where the bad actors in cybersecurity are going to attack next. Mm-hmm. The key thing we do that for are for enterprises understanding the risk of their vendor networks. And the reason that's important is that in the last few years, the most significant cybersecurity attacks on enterprises come through the side door. They come through a connected IT vendor. Mm-hmm. And on average, an enterprise has over 5,000 vendors. And if you're a company like Disney, you have 27,000. So we help to predict the risk in that network of vendors using AI.
Okay, but also the big guy use, I think, the AI in the future. So it is how this will work.
No, what's interesting with the Chat GPT and all of these things, the bad people are using Chat GPT to write emails and cybersecurity attacks. And that's all, that's happening now. What we do is very different. So we look at news data, like global, massive terabytes of news every day, social media and dark web data, and then proprietary data sets. And we look for the patterns that are happening out in the world to figure out where the bad guys are working. As an example, in the dark web, we look at hacker forums, we look at global hacker forums, we look at where hackers are providing software code for other hackers to exploit certain technology, and that happens over time. So it's not a GPT email, it's someone writing code to exploit a version of Microsoft Exchange or something like that. Our AI can pick up those signals, and as those signals get more intense, we can then predict that the bad people are going to attack a certain version of, say, Microsoft Exchange. Mm-hmm. And then we can determine, for an enterprise, how many of their vendors use that particular technology, and we can warn them. Mm-hmm. So there's no one solution in cybersecurity.
So it's not like a firewall or something but you're looking at the data they are outside. Absolutely. And I say, okay, this is a new trend of hackers. They want to try this and this problem, what maybe some systems have.
Right.
And then you look at your companies there, you protect and say, hey, you have some vendors, they use this code, and that is...
Exactly right.
Okay.
And that's the key difference. And there are... the cybersecurity market tends to reinvent itself every 12 to 18 months because it has to. The attacks change. Billions and billions of dollars have gone into amazing cybersecurity companies, but the majority of those look at threat data happening either right now or in the past. Mm-hmm. So they tend to be very backwards looking, and it tends to look at data that's happening.
We're looking forward.
Yeah, that's the difference. We're looking at external data, And we're basically reverse engineering the motivations and the patterns of the bad actors for the major attacks.
So, but how's the business model look like?
Yeah, the business model is very unique. Because there are so many cybersecurity platforms out there, one thing we do not do is we do not go to an enterprise such as a Disney and say, you need to take out those two solutions and put us in instead. Rather, we provide our service as a data service, as an API that integrates into existing cybersecurity platforms. So in cybersecurity, our three core target markets, there's a industry of existing vendor risk management cybersecurity companies that look backwards. We can provide them the forward-looking data, and then they resell our solution. So we do a revenue share with them. We can then leverage their existing installed base of customers. Meanwhile, they can earn top-line high gross margin revenue by using our platform. Same in the market space called governance, risk, and compliance, or GRC. That's very, very similar. And then the third market space is cyber risk insurance companies. So the very, very large cyber risk insurance companies are looking for any kind of data that helps them price their cyber risk policies, because they don't know how to do that yet. But also they want to get ahead of any attack so they don't have to pay out an insurance cost.
For sure.
So we're really enabling. We're not really a competitor. We're an enabler for all of these other companies.
So you're not going on the end customer, you're working only with the intermediates.
Exactly. And because we're a data platform, we have very high gross margins. We don't need huge sales teams and long 2-year sales cycles. We go through partners. And for instance, in just that cybersecurity risk market, the top 10 companies already serve over 75,000 enterprise customers, and they could layer us on to them and sell through.
Do you have some connections with one of the big companies?
We've worked with a number of them on the platform. We're launching commercially next quarter. So we're starting to line up these partnerships. One of our board members, who's I've known for over a dozen years, he's been in this space his entire career. His last company, he sold to one of these third-party cyber risk companies. He helped another one sell for several $100 million. And we've basically designed this platform with his input over the last year and a half. And we've even priced and designed the business model. So we've taken input from him and others in the space to basically solve a problem that today has not been solved.
So, but you are private. So what do you plan for the market?
So our plan is to take the company public in the next few months. We're currently doing a fundraise right now. At the end of that fundraise, we will begin to file our go public filings. And from there, the idea is to scale the company both with organic sales, but also inorganic sort of merger and acquisition opportunities. The cybersecurity space is very large. There's lots of ways for us to grow very quickly with that as well.
So you cannot say too much about then the share structure, then you don't know already when you don't know it when you go really public.
The target's for the fall, early fall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other things where you see opportunity for you besides to make some inorganic growth?
Well, I think there's very interesting opportunities. Those three markets I've talked about are huge amongst themselves. Having said that, there are companies like Moody's, with credit risk rating. Yeah. Moody's invested $250 million into one of these cyber risk companies. MasterCard bought Risk Recon for $200+ million. So we're seeing non-standard cybersecurity companies enter these markets who are interested in the data. So we see expanded markets as well to go beyond the traditional cybersecurity markets to provide this risk level data. The other thing too is this is a little distant in the future, but our platform is a AI data platform. It's not specifically a cybersecurity platform. So there are lots of opportunities for us to take this very large data model and apply it to other industries. But for now, we see huge opportunity in just the three main markets we're going after.
I think it's also better when you have the focus on it than if you're not.
Yeah.
Especially in the AI business, it's so you can use it in so many
absolutely
areas that then you lose the focus.
Yes.
So, any other things what the investor should know, a potential investor should know about your company?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing, and we have a phenomenal team. So our team are made up, myself, I've been in early stage high growth technology companies for 25 years. I've worked across multiple sectors, marketing technology, fintech. I was in telecom for many, many years. A lot of experience building out these kind of platforms and growing them. We're based in Vancouver, Canada. In Vancouver is in British Columbia. I run all of the AI programs for our very large technology association for the province, and I run all of the. So I work with about 25 different AI companies here in Vancouver. We've got a phenomenal team. Our business development executive, again, 25 plus years in business development in early stage high growth companies through multiple exits. Our CFO has a very long background in the public markets. Was a financial advisor and wealth manager for 20 years, and then helped a public company raise $50 million in the technology space. And our AI team is phenomenal, all masters and PhDs in AI and machine learning. And we've got access to some very valuable university people as well for research. And very interestingly, just recently we were accepted into the NVIDIA AI Inception program. So as many people know, NVIDIA, their hardware cards are very critical for AI applications. In fact, about 10,000 of their cards are what power ChatGPT, and that's expected to grow to 30,000. So with NVIDIA, we have access to their compute engines and also some very powerful cybersecurity algorithms.
Wow. So then, thank you for the first introduction to your company. Good luck with the listing. Good luck also with the business itself.
Yes, thank you.
Very interesting area, and we know it's changing everything, but very interesting.
Wonderful.
Ja, das war die erste AI, also Künstliche Intelligenz Firma. Mich hat es eigentlich gewundert, dass ich nicht mehr Meetings habe, wo es um Künstliche Intelligenz geht. Aber die Idee ist relativ simpel oder einfach, aber bestechend. Und zwar, es geht darum, Cybersecurity ist eigentlich das große Thema. Wir kommen nicht rundum, die werden auch immer intelligenter, sie werden immer aggressiver, sie wechseln ihre Methode. Er hat selber gesagt, alle 12 bis 14 Monate muss sich der ganze Sektor umstellen, weil sich einfach die Methode der Angriffe ändert. So, der wichtige Unterschied zwischen Ihnen ist und den anderen Firmen ist, eine Firma, eine normale Cyber-Security-Firma, reagiert immer das, was am Markt passiert. Das heißt, da kommt, weiß ich nicht, ein neuer Virus, ein neuer Vektor oder was auch immer kommt, und sie machen dann agieren quasi auf die Reaktion drauf, auf diesen Einbruch. Sie versuchen das umzudrehen. Sie schauen quasi in die Zukunft und sagen, was tut sich denn in den ganzen Foren? Wo bilden sich jetzt neue Macharten, neue Anwendungen? Wie könnte der nächste Angriff passieren? Und dadurch schauen Sie quasi in die Zukunft, wo sind die Angriffe dann in 2, 3, 4 Monaten? Can you say how long it's take, how long you're looking forward? So when you see something, some new patterns coming up and a system where is this 1 week before attack is growing 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day, or?
We have multiple AI models. One of them is further out. It can be months and months out. And then we have several that fill in the gap. And then we have another model that can be sort of 1 week to 3 months.
Okay, but it's more long term. It's not only in the next 6 hours
It's,
you can
it's
expect.
preventative. Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
So that the cybersecurity companies have time also to
Yes.
prepare for this.
Yes.
And, okay. Also es ist nicht so, dass das ganz kurzfristig ist. Sie haben verschiedene Modelle, die das Ganze dann beobachten und haben Systeme, die über mehrere Monate gehen, aber sie haben auch dazwischen Systeme oder auch Systeme, die nur 1 oder 2 Wochen in die Zukunft schauen. Und das gibt natürlich diese Cybersecurity-Firmen die Möglichkeit, sich dazu vorzubereiten, bevor eigentlich der Angriff stattfindet, und sind dann natürlich dann viel, viel schneller in der Reaktion, wenn es dann tatsächlich soweit ist. Sie gehen nicht an die Firmen selber, sondern sie haben ein Partnerschaftsmodell. Sie partnern das mit eben des Cybersecurity-Firmen, aber auch Versicherungen ist ein großer Teil. Und what was the 3 different? One is this, the insurance, cybersecurity, then the cybersecurity companies itself, and there was a third one.
Governance, Risk and Compliance, GRC.
Ja. Genau, und natürlich die Staaten natürlich auch, alles was Government zu tun hat, als was staatliche Organisationen haben, ist auch ein großer Punkt, wo sie quasi reingehen wollen, großer Bereich. Das finde ich interessant, weil es einfach ein Verkaufsprozess ist. Wenn ich einmal bei diesen großen Firmen drinnen bin, dann verkauft sich mein Produkt von selber und eigentlich habe ich ja nur eine große Datenbank und habe damit eigentlich einen irrsinnig hohen Cross-Margin, wenn ich einmal so sage, weil die Arbeit ist ja dieselbe, aber das jetzt für einen mache oder für 10 oder für 100 ist eigentlich wurscht. Und das ist eigentlich natürlich eine sehr, sehr spannende Sache. Sie sind noch nicht börsennotiert, der Börsengang soll im Herbst erfolgen. Sie machen jetzt nur eine Kapitalerhöhung und dann quasi planen Sie den Börsengang. In the second quarter should be the commercial
initial commercial launch in 1 quarter from now.
Ja,
yes,
okay.
Next quarter, yes.
Also in einem Quartal soll dann die kommerzielle Ausrollung dieses Produkts stattfinden und Sie arbeiten jetzt gerade, um die ganzen Kooperationen zu machen. Sehr interessante Sache. AI ist das Thema, also KI muss ich eigentlich sagen, ist das Thema schlechthin und das ist nicht ein Thema, das jetzt ein paar Wochen da sein wird und dann wieder vom Markt verschwindet. Die KI wird uns mehr beeinflussen als wahrscheinlich sogar die Entwicklung vom Handy oder Internet. Also das ist einfach ein großer Move nach vorne und das ist das neue große, wirklich Big Thing. So, das war's von Wisr in Vancouver 2023 April. Tschüss und Baba. Für euch. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.